Rags, interesting game on Saturday, of course, taking on Leicester City. How did you find coming up against Jamie Vardy and co?
It was obviously very tough, quality team, full of top players, but it was also enjoyable. You know, at the same time, we enjoyed the challenge, which it definitely was, and I think we came out with some positives in how we played, especially the first half. You know, going in 1-0 up. You know, as much as these games aren't about the results, you want to perform well and against good opposition. We felt like we did ourselves proud in a way.
Yeah, pre-season always throws up different types of opponents. One week you're playing Stratford Town, the next you're playing a team like Leicester City, who of course trying to get the top end of the one of the biggest leagues in the world. Is it interesting? Have you had many interesting pre-season games in the past as well?
Yeah, I think you know, this level, you know, teams around this level, you normally get 1 or 2 games against, you know, the top sides, and it's difficult because the pre-season games for us as well. So we're not exactly where we want to be, you know, physically and tactically. We've worked on numerous things, but we've still got a lot of work to do before the start of the season. So we obviously, to give ourselves the best chance against those teams, you've got to be right at it. So. Yeah, they're difficult games for both sides for different reasons, but yeah, one you look forward to when you see that you've got the big games. You want to play a part in those games and test yourself against some of the best players in this country, maybe the world. Some of them.
In terms of yourself, when you returned back to pre-season training, you were a full-time Cheltenham Town player after your loan spell last season. 2 years to look forward to with the Robins. What was that like, returning to here at the training ground, knowing that was your position?
Yeah, well, it was nice. It was nice coming back, having spent a good few months here already, and things had done, you know, quite well on and off the pitch. I thoroughly enjoyed playing for the club, so I had things to think about in terms of moving to the area and things like that. So it was exciting, and like I said, nice to come back knowing the majority of the squad and the staff, and so that, you know, it was familiar place, familiar environment for me. And yeah, so it was nice to come back, and it's been great the last few weeks.
The manager spoke about the fact that he's done a lot of work on being out of possession so far in pre-season before progressing to doing in-possession stuff. From your perspective, particularly as a defender, has that out-of-possession stuff been, you know, quite key in terms of the platform that your team's going to set up with this season?
Yeah, I think it's the, you know, the manager calls it the foundations of any team, and you look at some, you know, the top teams, they've all got, you know, not just good individual defenders or, you know, defensive players in the team. They're organised. They've got a good structure. So we've done plenty of work in that. And I think it was carrying on again, talking about familiarity from last year. He did a lot of work with me personally and as a group. Unfortunately, a lot of those players are still in the side, still in the squad. So again, it helps to have that familiarity, knowing where people are and how people are going to work. So it's been a case of going over stuff that we might have already done, but you could see on Saturday the work that we'd done. You know, as I said, we're coming up against some top players there, some top attacking talent, and we did well for the majority of the game. Really, maybe some tired legs didn't help us in the last sort of 15-20 minutes.
You've obviously done quite a few pre-seasons now, both as a full-time professional and perhaps as a semi-professional player in non-league. Physically, where would you say you're at? You know, do you sort of get pre-season a bit more now, understand your body a bit more, and where you sort of push yourself to your limits?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think people say that obviously as you get older, things become harder, but experience helps a lot. I felt, if I look back on myself, it was probably 10 years since I left school and went straight into that pre-season, and I didn't really know what I was going into, and there is that mental side of it where you can worry about things, and, you know, not being at a certain level or not doing as well as you think you might, but, you know, the things come with it, and like I say, you know in your body, you know what you're going to do with your time off and how you're going to come back in the best shape you can, but also fresh and sort of revitalised, ready to go again. It is a long season, but we're prepared for that. We did a lot of preparation sort of last season, going into the break and then coming back for pre-season. So another couple of weeks, and we'll definitely be ready for the main event, if you like, on the 3rd.
Yeah, Shrewsbury Town visiting Johnny Rock Stadium tomorrow evening. A League One team, of course, one level above Cheltenham. Is actually perhaps one of the best tests you could have in pre-season, playing a team very close to your division to almost level yourselves up and see how you line up against them.
Yeah, I think tomorrow will be probably a bit more interesting because, like you said, they're going to be a similar level. They've made a lot of signings, I believe, so they'll be a different team to what they were last year, where I think they struggled at the start of the League One campaign. But no, it'll be a totally different game to what we played on Saturday, where we were definitely the out and out underdogs. We probably still will be underdogs, but that's fine by us. Although we really want to now start trying to hurt the opposition and impose ourselves on them rather than not only just concentrate on stopping them. But yeah, they're a good side. Again, some well known and some experienced players there. So another good test. Another opportunity for us to test ourselves and our fitness levels, all in order to be ready.
And finally, when you were in League One with Oxford and Chesterfield, have you got many experiences of playing against Shrewsbury, or is this going to be one of the first times?
Shrewsbury, yeah, I played for Chesterfield. We actually beat them 7-1 once, so that was a standout memory. Played there, away a couple of times. So yeah, I've always had Shrewsbury sort of as a fixture. Maybe that Chesterfield one stands out. But yeah.
No clean sheet that day.
I don't think it was. I can't remember. It was 7-0, 7-1. I feel like it was 7-1, but I'll take the 6 goal difference.